Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Put summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Welcome to another Friday night at the Pajama Party. Here we go again. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right, and we're going to try to make it through. Man, talk about a day where everybody was tired.
Woo.
Man.
What you talking about, Papa?
I mean, just everybody.
I was jumping around on the trampoline.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all were laying down. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
He's delusional. Delusional. I guess I better move or something strike me down. Yeah, I think you better.
Anyway, the Pajama Party is here every Friday night. We are an adult talk show. We talk about this and that and everything. The rules of the game is that there are no rules, and we're here to entertain you for the next couple of hours.
So if I break the rule, how will I know?
There's no rules.
Okay, I'm just saying.
So go and do what you want to do. Ketel, what we got on the rundown tonight? What's happening tonight?
Look at everything going on. We got the hot topic is the Democratic debate. I know everybody watched that. That was pretty interesting. I think Hillary showed her natural born beep. Okay. Fantasy football scandal. Pharmaceutical company being subpoenaed. Lamar Odom, his update. Hope everything is going okay with him and his family. Hidden and quitted headlines. We have the CIA scandal. Sounds like a movie to me. U.S. Air says goodbye. Illinois gives lottery winners IOUs. Ex-House Speaker to plead guilty. And the Blade Runner is running home. We got What's Poppin' with Poppa DD. Weird news. We have a naked woman in the subway. Gorilla gets kittens for birthday. Bees love caffeine too. And Parrot Man has ears removed. Wow. I'm just saying with Redwine, it's time for Hollywood to pay up. Living for the City with Papa. I know he got a good one tonight. My Hollywood wrap-up. Cocktail of the week is called the Fifth Avenue. You guys going to like that. That's Papa's base, Hennessy. Our famous Kiss It list, and, of course, the last word. So sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, we're drinking the Fifth Avenue tonight. Woo! And we're going to be right back. Cheers.
Does your gray hair make you look much older than you really are? Do Boy Scouts try to help you cross the street? Don't waste your time with messy hair colors that won't last. Wigs will just make your hair sweat. What you need is a permanent solution. You need
Gray Be Gone. Gray Be Gone
burns your gray hairs right down to the root. No more coloring with
Gray Be Gone.
Simply apply Gray Be Gone with the heat-protected gloves to your entire scalp. When you feel the burning, the gray hairs are being fried right on your head. After the procedure, just stick your head in a bucket of ice water to cool the burning, and just like that, no more gray hairs. You might have bald spots and burns where the gray used to be, but that's a whole different problem. Gray Be Gone will solve your gray hair problem once and for all.
Gray Be Gone.
Get yours today and make that gray go away.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bam.
All right. Anyway.
What's up with the French man? No bonsoir this week?
Bonsoir.
Whatever.
Can a girl have a secret? Just put me on blast. Anyway, let's get to these hot topics because we got a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
Okay, I got the Democratic debate. I hope you all watched it. I did. I was sad to find out later on that I had missed the Hip Hop Awards because I was watching the debate. But anyway, despite the predictions that the first Democratic presidential debate was going to be boring and what someone thought was going to be a snooze fest, it actually turned out to be pretty good. It had actual substance, humor, and tension. And one thing that was really confusing to everybody was that one answer that Lincoln Chaffee gave when they asked him about how he voted on some particular topic. And he started talking about, well, you know, that was the week my father died, and I was just new to the Senate, and I had just gotten there, and the majority was going with it. So anyway, I thought that was strange. But Hillary Clinton delivered a pretty good performance, I thought. What do you all think? I thought she did a good job.
She did quite well.
Bernie Sanders did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
Martin O'Malley,
Yeah.
he played to his strengths. He did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say about Jim Webb. Jim Webb was the guy that was on the far left.
Oh, so he was choking every time
he needed to. Well, anyway, he was the guy that kept on griping about how he wasn't getting the same amount of time as everybody else. So he ate up time complaining about time.
I agree.
And Mr. Chaffee on the far right just seemed like he was just happy to be there. He just looked surprised. Every time they called on him, he looked like, what, who, me? Oh, what was the question? I was expecting him to almost say, what was the question?
You talking about the character with the green tie?
Yeah.
He must didn't get the memo. Because when
Yeah.
you're doing debates, it's either supposed to be blue or red, right, Papa?
Yeah.
That's the colors of the party.
Yeah.
Democrats and the Republicans. I don't know what he was
I think he
saying.
had a green tie.
He had on green.
Mm-hmm.
I like Martin O'Malley, though. I think he was pretty strong. He reminded me of Barack when he started out, his first run. You know, he was clean cut, you know, to the point. You know, he looked like he had that presidential style about him, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to see some interesting things going on. But Bernie Sanders, I wouldn't want my grandpapa to be president. And
Well, you know, I did some checking on that, and Mr. Sanders is 74 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time whoever wins the election is sworn into the presidency, it will be, what, 2016?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means he would, if he were to win, he would be 75 when he goes into the office. Wow. It's a 4-year stint. So he would be 79, depending on when his birthday is, 79 pushing 80 at the end of his presidency. I don't know.
Are you being discriminatory, Redwine?
I'm just recognizing that, you know, people do start to experience a certain level of limitation
Well, he looks
at
pretty
a certain age.
He looks pretty good to me. And,
Well, this is our show, right, so I can keep it real?
Come on.
He reminds me of those things you see in CVS around Halloween time. Those big things that they have in there that you decorate your house with to scare the kids and whatnot.
The Grim Reaper?
The Grim Reaper, that's the one. The skeleton-looking one. That's what he reminds me of. He is such a frail-looking man.
Redwine, I'm ashamed.
I'm sorry. I'm like throw a hood over him, and I'd be like, it's the Grim Reaper. Run for your life.
Boy.
But anyway, I digress. So they covered a lot of different topics. The issue of guns I thought was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Ms. Clinton made her point about gun control. Of course, she's for gun control. But interestingly, Mr. Sanders represents Vermont, and he said there's a lot of rural area in Vermont where people do a whole lot of shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he means of hunting and things of that nature. But he was saying that people in the rural areas, not just in Vermont, but in other parts of the country, they like their guns. And they're not going to want to give up those guns, and they don't want it controlled. So there was a debate back and forth on that. And, of course, Mr. Webb on the far left was trying to just get in there. He reminded me of the way you used to play double dutch. You're over on the side trying to get in and not mess up the rope. And then you get mad when you jump in and you mess up. And you're like, why you stop turning? It's because you messed up. So anyway, I think the line of the night was when Mr. Sanders turned around and told Hillary that America is sick of hearing about your damn email.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the most quoted line of the night.
That was pretty good. That'd be good on a T-shirt, right, or postcard, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, somebody ought to run with that. So to sum it all up, as far as who got the most airtime, since Webb was complaining about it so much, he actually had a point. because Miss Clinton got a total of 31 minutes and 5 seconds of airtime speaking. Mr. Sanders got 28 minutes and 5 seconds of airtime. Mr. O'Malley from Maryland got 17 minutes and 56 seconds. And Mr. Complaining Webb only got 15 minutes and 35 seconds. And Mr. Chaffee in the green tie got a whopping 9 minutes.
He needed to, with that damn green-ass damn tie.
Yeah, but when you compare his 9 minutes to Miss Hillary Clinton's 31 minutes, Chaffee was just kind of there taking up a podium.
He was skinning and grinning, didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because he kept stumbling over his words.
And of course Donald Trump was live tweeting during the debate, talking smack all over Twitter, but, you know.
But they said after a while he stopped tweeting.
Yeah, well, he needed to after a while. That's Poppa DD's boy.
His Twitter got
all over Twitter making noise.
His Twitter got twat. Oh, I'm sorry. His Twitter got twatted.
Yeah, that'll happen when you tweet it too much.
I guess so. I guess it go limp or something.
Yeah,
something happens.
Can't go all night.
Nope.
Women are the new men.
Need some blue pills or, you know.
Hey. Better ease up on those, too.
I know that's right.
But anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's up with that fantasy football scandal?
What you got over there, Papa?
Well, you know, that's been a big thing for so long, but it seems like they're going to cut down on that. The decision comes amidst growing backlash by investigators and regulators over the site, which have grown in popularity in the past year. The site insisted that they're skill-based games and not chance-based wagerers, and are therefore not subject to gambling regulations. Okay, so they just want to go ahead and be freelance. All right. So what happens in fantasy football? Customers pick daily lineups of players in professional football, really basketball, hockey, and more, and compete with other players to earn the most points and win money. In some areas, more than $1 million.
That's a lot of money to not be gambling.
Yeah, I've never heard of fantasy going up to $1 million.
I don't.
When I see these different commercials and stuff saying you could win money, I'm like, $1 million.
So, do you actually win the money, or is that just a fantasy of fantasy
I'm not
football?
sure. I mean, I'm not really into it like that because it's.
They say you win the money because they say you can start out with like $200, and that's not fantasy money. That's real money.
Right.
People are putting up real cash and allegedly winning real money, but yet they claim it's not gambling.
I'm curious to know who is quote unquote the parent company of fantasy football. You know, is it somebody like Mark? What's his name, Zuckerberg on Facebook, or is it, you know?
Well, it's different companies, right? It's that FanDuel is one of them, and it's a couple of companies that are big that have risen to the top of that game.
I see.
But this here is one individual state, which is Nevada. The State Gambling Control Board issued a notice Thursday saying that the site must stop offering their contestants in Nevada residents. The residents in Nevada must stop playing the game immediately, and anybody who violates that will face fines and up to 10 years in prison. So Nevada has shut down that whole fantasy football thing on that level.
Oh, just in Nevada because of that being a big
Nevada.
gaming state.
So you got to go across the border to play the fantasy football now?
If you want to gamble, it's not gamble. It's a game of chance where you can win money.
It sounds like fantasy money to me.
Well, apparently the State Gambling Board is not getting their just due financially, so if they can't play,
now it all makes sense.
If they can't play, then they gonna shut it down.
Right.
You know.
It sounds like some shiggity with the cab drivers and Uber.
Yeah.
That's why they put some things in place for the Uber. But it's all good.
So it really comes down to who's not getting paid.
There you go. Who's not giving to who?
Yeah, very interesting.
All right. Well, I got one here. Since the fantasy is over on fantasy football, poof,
just in Nevada.
A company called Valiant was subpoenaed over patient assistance program pricing. It's a pharmaceutical company. Says that 2 federal prosecutors have subpoenaed the Canadian drug maker, seeking information on its drug pricing, distribution, and patient assistance policies. Sound like some shiggity going on to me. It comes amid rising criticism of sky-high prices for new prescription drugs for cancer, hepatitis C, and other illnesses. So they make drugs that, you know, can help you in that capacity.
Like major illness
right.
stuff.
So
what are they doing? They're hijacking the price?
No, they're being subpoenaed by it's a Canadian drug maker, and they've been subpoenaed because of their drug pricing. Like you're right, they're gouging, yes, price gouging. The way they're distributing it, and also the patient assistance policies. So there's some hanky-panky going on with that.
Are they playing fantasy football in Nevada too?
Maybe. So they're saying like a handful of drug makers, they're hiking up the prices, and just like the guy Mark Shrekey of the Turing Pharmaceutical Company came under fire for increasing the price of the Daraprim.
Oh yeah,
It was $13.50. He hiked it up to $7.50. And he claims the higher prices was needed to fund future research on the 60-year-old drug, which some doctors said wasn't needed.
Yeah.
So
bite me.
Yeah. It goes on to say, in September, Democrats on the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform sent a letter to the committee's Republican chairman seeking a subpoena forcing this particular company, Valiant, to turn over pricing information. So
the subpoena is going to make them give up the information in terms of what they're really doing with the pricing structure.
Correct. That, and also the patient assistance policies and the, how they distribute it. You know. So.
Why does everybody? You know what? They're terrible. Thank you.
You're right. I mean, it just sounds like it's just a greed. People just being greedy. And, you know, what the other gentleman said in the other company, it's just a bunch of crock.
Yeah.
You know.
A bunch of crock?
Bunch of crock, yes. Like
crock of crap?
Yep. I think Papa said it a couple of weeks ago when we did the story on the Daraprim drug, that he's trying to finance his yacht and his
lifestyle.
Right. Yeah, he's been
That's
pissing
awful.
a lot of money away. He's trying to make it back up, but
he's gonna bust the gates off of hell.
I think that's the bottom line on that one.
Shame.
But if you guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Gotta press 1 and get in the queue. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on with Lamar Odom, which is a very interesting situation. I mean, this situation will not stop unfolding. First of all, sources said he was found unconscious, I believe Tuesday night in a Nevada brothel. In fact, it was that brothel that was famous on HBO called the Cat House or something like that. And he was in there. He paid to be in there 2 or 3 days. I mean, I don't get the whole situation. He's in there drinking like Viagra cocktails, and they say he was drinking cognac, and I'm like, but brother. You know what I mean?
It too.
What you trying to do?
They probably tell you the fine print of the drug.
And you ain't got to go all the way to a brothel in New Orleans. In Nevada, have a good time.
That's where he likes to go, I guess.
Well,
he knows the guy who owns the place. That's a friend of his.
Oh, okay.
And he was staying in his place, which is, I think, attached to that building or something.
Sounds like he just wanted to get away. This is the basketball player, right?
Yeah.
The one that's married
to
Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah.
Which they're still married because their divorce is not legal.
Yeah.
Not legal, not final. I'm sorry.
Yes, it said Wednesday that several outlets reported another piece of news that has Kardashian facing some of the most astonishing and difficult decisions of her life. Multiple outlets have reported that though Khloe and Odom both signed divorce papers in July, a judgment was never entered into the court, and thus their divorce was never finalized.
Wow.
All right, that means the two of them remain legally married, and thus, according to the reports, Kardashian's in charge of making all medical decisions over Mr. Odom.
That's interesting.
So that saga is really going to continue, and So TMZ has their nose stuck in there. They're the biggest whores on the planet. Trying to get theirs, you know.
Just say that again.
And they say that Odom also never signed a living will, so Chloe is making a decision for him. And sources told Police Magazine, adding that the 31-year-old Khloe Kardashian, at this point she's lost. She really don't know what to do, and it's a shocker. And he's laying there pretty helpless. And they say he's breathing out on his own, right? Rewind in here.
That's what they said this evening. That he was off of the respirator. He was out of the coma. And you saw something, Ketel, that said he had said something.
Said hello this morning
Okay.
to the doctor, so that's a plus.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, so we're going to go on that.
I hope it's true.
Yeah, I hope so, too.
Well, we're sending him good wishes and positive vibes.
Right. What was the last team he was playing with, Papa? Lakers?
Yeah, Lakers. He played with the Dallas Mavericks.
Mm-hmm. He played with some big teams.
Been around.
Mm-hmm.
And also people in the NBA are really reaching out to him, you know. I guess because it's making everybody realize their own little nightmares, or everybody's taking the approach of, you know, let he without sin cast the first stone. So
right.
Everybody's like rallying around him, saying that they all probably been there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you haven't lived until you woke up in a brothel, you know.
Mm. Oh, really? Well, then I have not lived.
Okay. I will not come.
Well, there's many forms of brothel, so Redwine, you may have had your own form of brothel.
Oh, you saying I might have been in a brothel?
Yeah, well, you know, that's right.
I'm not messing with y'all.
Oh, that's messed up.
I'm not going there.
But give us a call if you like at 803-4306. And if you're already talking by phone, press 1, and you'll be queued in, and you can talk or say hello or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, check in.
Mm-hmm.
We trying to have some shots tonight or something.
Yeah, call us up. Say bonsoir.
Get it going on. Get the goings on.
Buenos noches.
I think you done had too much over there already, Redwine. Okay, we're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to come back with the Hit It and Quit It Hit.
Ooh, goody, goody, goody.
You like that?
This is Redwine, and you're listening to WPJP Blog Talk Radio Pajama Party. Check out my commentary. I like to call it I'm Just Saying, because sometimes I am just saying. It's just my opinion. It's what I think. Hey, you don't have to agree, but if you disagree, call us up. 914-803-4306.
Hey, don't forget, they can catch us on Twitter also at apajamaparty.com too. What's the number, Papa?
914-803-4306. I don't know how I got in the studio. Redwine came in here by himself, and me and Ketel just happened to come here and catch her stealing airtime, as usual.
You know, I was trying to do my own promo, and y'all just happened to show up again. Well, can y'all tell me what time? Oh, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central Time. No, that's wrong.
And 6 o'clock Western Time. West Coast Time.
Right,
Okay.
right. Either way,
So if you're in California, call us at 6 p.m., 7 o'clock if you're hanging out in Colorado somewhere.
7 o'clock, that's Central Time. See, now we got it all twisted up.
7 o'clock if you're in...
Okay, it's 9 o'clock Eastern. Y'all do the math. Figure out where you are. Check your watch. 9 o'clock Eastern.
Right, okay.
Check us out.
9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9:15 CP time, right?
Yep, that's right.
CP time, 9:15.
There you go.
All right.
All right, bartender.
Is that it?
Hey.
Bartender.
Hey, is that Mr. Lowe? Hey, come on, Mr. Lowe, the bartender.
I was trying to jiggle my ice in my glass, but it melted.
Oh, jiggle.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Pew, pew.
If you're just joining us, we're a adult live talk show every Friday night, if we can make it.
Yeah, true that.
We talk about any and everything. We're open-minded, and we're down to listen to whatever you have to say. If you want to tune in and kick something around, there's so much going on in the world today. We just try to keep you abreast of it for the little time that we're together. We
try to entertain you also.
Yeah, we try to entertain you. I'm Poppa DD, by the way. That's Poppa DD, Poppa double D. I'm here with Ketel.
With the yellow top.
With the yellow top.
Capital Ketel. Ketel like the vodka.
Ooh.
And Redwine, Chickadee Slusky Scallywag. Hello, Redwine.
And bonsoir to you, monsieur.
You better watch out, Papa. The French guy might get you, Papa. Better watch out.
Anyway, and like I said, all three of us had a long day.
Get my
And,
slingshot.
you know, we all got together about maybe 6 o'clock Eastern time to go over our show. And we said, you know what, let's get back together about 8 because we all were tired. So we all got in our hammocks and, you know, took a breather. And now we're back. And
I got new pajamas.
between sets, I'm hawking up hack balls. And
I got new pajamas.
I'm messing with you and that, Papa.
I got new pajamas.
yeah, Redwine is sitting here with new pajamas on. And the rules of pajamas is no underwear allowed under pajamas, if you don't know.
Underwear
That's
are optional.
Yeah, but we recommend
Let
it.
me say for the record, undergarments are optional.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway, we're going to move on to our Hit It and Quit It headlines.
Yes, my favorite.
I know it is. Red wine.
Hit it, quit it.
Okay.
Bam.
That's all right. Talk to the French man about that.
Bonsoir.
I have an interesting one. This should be on the weird news for real. He claimed to be an ex-CIA and was quoted as an expert on Fox News. Prosecutors say he was lying.
Oh, no.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Ooh.
His name is Wayne Simmons. So if you see Wayne Simmons or you see his name, you better run.
Uh-oh, put him on.
Yep,
Put him on the
kill
list.
He claimed to be something of an American James Bond. His official website, he wrote that he was a part of the CIA's, check this out, outside paramilitary special operations group. I can't say that real fast, but anyway. And that he spearheaded deep cover operations against some of the world's most dangerous drug cartels and smugglers. Also, according to federal prosecutors, much of it was a lie. In an indictment, Simmons claimed that he worked for the CIA for 27 years was false. He was arrested and charged with false statements, major fraud against the U.S., and wire fraud. The indictment did not specifically call out his fictitious all of the work that Simmons claimed, but it acknowledged that he had won jobs with government contractors overseas. So they hired this man and sent his ass overseas.
Based on a lie
Yes.
and a fake resume.
Yes. So those jobs came only after Simmons falsely represented that he had worked for the CIA for 27 years. So it says on his website, Simmons, 62 of Annapolis, claimed he was recruited to the CIA from the Navy, and he soon became part of the agency's outside paramilitary special operations group, leading deep cover intel ops against some of the world's most dangerous drug cartels and arms smugglers from Central, South American, and Middle East. He's crazy. Prosecutors allege in the indictment that Simmons was hired as the humanitarian system team leader for an unnamed government contractor in 2008 and in the role that he trained at a U.S. Army facility. Also, one other thing that he did, Simmons was also charged in an apparently unrelated scam in which he convinced someone, dummy, to make a $125,000 real estate investment with him. Then he used the money for personal expenses, his personal use.
So I checked on that, and he's not a brother.
Good.
So
Okay.
my conclusion is, had he been a brother, there's no way in the world he would have faked all those people out with all those credentials. They would have investigated that man, and he would have been stopped at the minute he turned in a resume.
There you go.
And said, I've got all these years, 27 years, special ops, paramilitary, whatever. Just saying.
It just sounds like they didn't do their homework. But they said after he submitted his application for this that he got hired a couple of years later. So what do you think? It was just sitting on somebody's desk and nobody checked it out?
Clearly nobody checked it out. That's like people who lie about having degrees and stuff in college and nobody bothers to check. They just assume you're telling the truth. They give you a job, put you in charge of people, and then eventually somebody says, hey, I went to that school. I graduated the year that person says they did. I never heard of him. I never saw him before. And then you start to see the whole thing unravel.
Watch out now.
And then they'll say, oh, nobody checked? I thought HR checked. I thought you checked. Well, I thought you checked. Then it's the Keystone Cop situation.
It's always somebody else's job, right?
Always.
Everybody talking like Scooby-Doo. Who told
me? No, how about who's on first?
There you go. What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
Wow.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah. If y'all see that man, stay away from him. He lying.
Is he going to do any time or what?
Hell to the no. I didn't see anything about no damn time.
See, once again, all you got to do is say, okay, I quit. If you quit, that means you don't do time.
There you go.
You just go away.
You resigned.
You just resign gracefully.
Bye-bye.
And sometimes you walk away with some money in your pocket.
You know what? This stuff ain't right. What was his name again?
Wayne Simmons.
You put him on the kiss it list?
Wayne Simmons.
Okay, thank you. Put him right under Macy's.
The Red Star. Preview on Friday and actual sale on Saturday, right, Papa?
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I don't know what that line means.
Well, what you got over there, Papa?
Anyway, this is something I discussed with Redwine a while ago concerning the merge and knockdown of different companies. Remember I said this a while back?
It's like it was a prophecy. Yeah, it's coming to pass.
All right, Moses.
You're prophetic and you don't even know it.
Go ahead, then.
Yeah.
You're prophetic.
I just feel that over the next years, and I've said this years ago, that there's only going to be 4 of everything out there. 4 cell phone companies, 4 airlines, because see, one thing people they don't realize, and let me start talking my prophecy talk here. I was being cool earlier because I had a long, rough day. You know, I was out doing a bunch of things. I like to give the people at T-Mobile some props today. I stopped by there today and spoke to a brother named Omar who helped me out.
Shout out to Omar.
Omar, out there.
Shout out to Omar.
Very knowledgeable brother at T-Mobile was giving me some pointers on some things, what I could do in the future going forward with this whole phone thing. Anything that's going to save me time and money and keep me tight on technology, I'm with it.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand, I told Redwine and different people that, see, one thing people need to realize, and I don't want to get into a topic whereas like I do on What's Poppin', or I'll stick to the story, which is the last flight of U.S. Airways. They had their golden age last flight today. But if you go back on U.S. Air started as Allegheny Airlines, which is way up top, which is they were like up there with up in the mountains, Allegheny, Pittsburgh, the Valley, if you will. I don't know if you've ever been to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You've been there?
Oh, that's where the Steelers play.
Yeah, your people.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Anyway, that whole valley, they started up there years ago. I mean, years ago. They were little prop planes doing little business flights up and down, and then they merged. They recently merged with, United Airlines, making it now, it's only 4 major, it would start off as 10 major domestic flights, but now it's down to 4. And I think that's the number I use, 4 or 5. Cell phones,
4, 3 or 4.
Gas stations,
even though, Papa. You said it.
Everything out there today. Because a lot of people don't realize that when people advertise in the world, they're advertising throughout the world. So when they rip you off for $5, they're ripping off 200 million people for $5.
Yeah.
That's what we don't get. So it's just $5. Who cares? But everybody's getting ripped off collectively. So therefore, you don't really have a lot of people, they play stuff off, but these companies are making a fortune. It's like bank fees when you go to the ATM machine.
Yep.
Oh, my God, that slush fund is crazy.
Yes, it is.
And then when you go to places like New Orleans, Chicago, the bigger the city, the more active the city it is, the higher the ATM fees are.
Sure is.
It's crazy. I mean, man, in New Orleans, I think I probably paid the most, maybe a $5 fee to get my money out of there.
Yeah, don't go to a hotel. Use the ATM in a hotel.
Yeah, but anyway, the airline that started as a tiny airline service 76 years ago is retiring as part of a 2013 merge with American Airlines. The final U.S. Airway flight is scheduled to take off from Philadelphia today. Okay?
Wow.
That's U.S. Air, who start off as Allegheny Airline, prop planes, if you will, with the propeller in the front, little business planes. You ever get on a little business plane? Most times when you get on a business plane, you don't even know it. You may be going, like you say, you're coming from, let's say you're coming from Denver that goes to Boston, then you're flying to Philadelphia. So when you get off in Boston, you go to your next flight, you be looking and saying, what? What the hell? What is this little, little business flight? I've been only one in my life, and man, you go on little small business flights, they leave a lot to be desired.
When you have to walk out on the actual tarmac.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be one of those little
small
props.
It's tight. You ever see how tight they are?
Oh, yeah.
And you feel like you're sitting on a little.
12 feet on the plane.
So Allegheny was known for this, and but they're merging up now, and like I said, it's down to 4 major companies, and together between America, Delta, Southwest, the Black People Airline, I call that Soul Plane.
Soul.
Now Southwest is Soul Plane. Together, they control about 87% of the domestic market. And people nowadays are blogging about this and that, But like I said earlier, and look out for cell phones, anything major, look for it to only be knocked down to 3 or 4 companies, because it's just too much business, and one business can't handle it. Right. It's not that they're really merging; they're trying to gather more employees inadvertently to help count the money.
See, that's what I call the Pac-Man theory.
Okay.
They just go, and they just gobble up.
They need to count the money.
Gobble
they need
those
more
dots.
people to count the money. So don't get it twisted. You merge. Merge. They're great. Official. Yeah, they just need people back there. It's just like in a big old cotton field. They need more people to pick cotton. Or whatever it is they're trying to process.
Have mercy.
All right?
Yeah, boy.
So, yeah, don't get me started. I'm waking up. Wow.
Get you started.
Yeah, I was tired earlier, but I got me a nice little Stella in front of me. I got me some, Ketel made me a nice brown liquor Cavassier.
Good to go.
I got a cold water.
Oh, Lord, we're in trouble.
Well,
let me tell you this lie before I forget it. Somebody told me that once.
Where'd you get that line?
Yeah, I got that from Philly. Shout out to Philly.
Yeah.
Illinois gives lottery winners IOUs. Did you all hear about this one?
What kind of cracker?
This is some cracker-lacka bush.
What?
They are giving out IOUs to the people that have won the lottery up in Illinois.
Shut up.
And it's crazy, and it has to do with, basically, it's a stalemate over the new budget between the Republican, once again, the Republican Governor Bruce Rauner and the state's Democratic lawmakers that control the General Assembly. So because they can't work things out, everything has just been kind of like pump the brakes. So now you got all these lottery winners up in Illinois that can't even cash their tickets and can't get their money. But the crazy thing is that they're still selling lottery tickets, and what's even crazier than that is people are still buying lottery tickets in Illinois. That makes no sense at all. They really need to just shut it all down until they get this resolved. But here's the situation. That it says that the lottery said that the payments are going to be made as soon as the state budget is passed.
I bet.
But until they can agree on the budget, they're giving out IOUs. So the lottery has been delaying payments to the big winners since the fiscal year started July 1st. Now, what month is this? October?
Yeah.
So this stupidity has been going on since July the 1st. And only the winners who were set to get $25,000 or more are being given the IOUs.
Wow.
But on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, what's today, Friday? So 2 days ago, the Illinois lottery lowered the threshold to $600. So now, if you win more than $600, you're getting an IOU. You get an IOU. You get an IOU.
I don't want it.
You get an IOU. So now what's happened is that as a result, last month, 2 people who won $50,000 and $250,000 in prizes back in July, who have yet to get paid because they got a daggone IOU. They have launched a class action lawsuit against the Illinois lottery. They say, give me my money. So they've launched a class action lawsuit, and they said that the lottery has failed to pay out more than $288 million in prizes since June 30th, or when the budget actually expired was June 30th, so the new budget should have been in place as of July the 1st. So one of the lead plaintiffs in the suit is questioning how are they continuing to still operate if they're not paying people.
Wow.
So people are saying, well, why are they still selling tickets? You know, it's like selling a raffle ticket for a prize you don't have.
That's true.
Now, you know, if you did that, if you said, I got a TV to raffle, and you sell some tickets, and they call that number, folks will be like, where's my TV?
No, I owe you. And
then you're going to have a problem.
I know that's right.
You better have good health insurance. But all I'm saying is, Illinois, I love Chicago, but this is the whole state. Y'all better get it together.
Right.
Because you about to have a mutiny up in there if they don't figure this out.
What you think is going on, Papa? What you think they're doing?
I think that works on both sides. I think the biggest reason, and I'll talk about this earlier and what's popping, I think the one reason why Martin Luther King was assassinated, God rest his soul, was the fact that he had the power to boycott. And that's one thing that we can't do today. And as it goes, too, people are still buying lottery tickets. With this still going on, people are still going up in that line every day because they're stuck in that routine, stuck in that whatever they're doing. I mean, the lottery commission is not in perspective yet. So why are you still going up there buying tickets?
On the other hand, that they may not know. So you going in, like you said, routinely going and play your lottery ticket, and you hit for $600. Ooh. Can I get my $600? I'm going back up to the clerk, and the clerk says, I got to write you this IOU.
Here's an IOU. I'm
going to tell that mofo to kiss it, and kiss it again.
That's right.
And I'm going to call the popo to come and, I need to come get my money.
You know what? Put the Illinois State Legislature
there you go
on the kiss it list. Because they can't come up with this budget and get the budget right, and now they got the whole system all messed up.
But I really believe that they're not telling their customers. They don't have a big sign displayed.
No, they got to know. The question is, when did they let it out?
I don't think they're telling their customers. It should be something that should be displayed right there. When you're playing lottery, this is the situation.
The only people who don't know at this point are people who don't watch the news or read the news.
Which is big.
Yeah.
I mean, because you got to understand that even though, I'm hungry for news myself only because I want to be up on what's going down. It's just that simple. I don't look at the news with any kind of obsession situation. I just want to be up on what's going down. I want to know that if something's going on right outside my door, I don't want to step out the door not knowing to wear the right outfit concerning weather or anything, because you got people like that today who remain nameless. I don't want to talk about age groups or things like that, but Netflix is taking over people's households where they're playing Netflix all day. And to me, I guess with me being a man of a certain age, when I think of Netflix, I remember when Netflix first came out, I look at Netflix as being movies.
Right. And
now, I've seen my share of movies, and when you look at movies all day long, that's cool. I come across one of my favorite all-time movies is Ricochet with Denzel Washington and that woman that played his fine-ass wife. Anyway, that's another story.
I like Boomerang.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Also another color. What else you got over there, Redwine? You got another hit.
Oh, yeah, I got one more. The ex-U.S. House Speaker, Hastert, has decided that now he's going to plead guilty in that hush money case. Now, we reported on that story, a couple months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, the latest update on that is that he's former U.S. House Speaker Dennis Hastert has reached a deal.
A prominent man, no less now.
Yeah, he's reached a deal.
It's good to show you what the surface may look like based on what's going on deep down inside with people. Don't judge a book by its cover. And this man was paying hush money, right?
Yeah.
For years.
He's reached a deal with prosecutors and is expected to plead guilty to wrongdoing in a hush money case.
We're talking like $3 million a month or something.
It's a lot of money.
First of all, where are you getting this money from?
And this man is 73.
But where's this
money? I'm like, dude, are you really trying to end up going to jail at 73?
But where's this money coming from? I don't understand.
Come on now.
Well, they're saying that he's scheduled to plead guilty on October 28th, so we'll see if he actually does. He made a deal, and he said, I'll come to court on the 28th of October, and I will plead guilty. But, sometimes people say stuff to buy time.
But where is this money coming from?
I don't know.
$3 million a month, hush money, and he was just jockeying money back and forth.
I know where it's coming from, Papa.
Where's it coming from?
The Illinois lottery.
There
you go. That's where it's coming from. That's why they can't pay out the $600.
Hastert was actually a lobbyist And you know, lobbyists get paid big money.
Oh, for sure.
They sit up there and mess with those Congress people 24/7, and they get big bucks from the companies who they represent to try to persuade Congress people to pass legislation that would be beneficial to their companies that they represent, to their causes. Yeah,
Raising a lot of palms.
Yeah, it said that he resigned from Dick Steen Shapiro lobbying firm in Washington and from the boards of Exchange Operator, CME Group, Inc., and Rex American Resources Corporation.
Damn.
So these are companies I've never even heard of, so that's how I know these are big money companies.
What was the name of the company he retired from?
Dick Steen Shapiro.
Okay, with Dick being the opposite word.
Yeah.
Being the fact he was, okay.
Yeah. The action verb is...
action word is Dick.
Not tonight.
And with the hush money, you had and this was a little boy he knew back when he was the roughest coach.
Right. But check this out. He went to school in Chicago. His alma mater was Wheaton College in suburban Chicago. They have removed his name from the policy center.
What?
Because I guess they're so ashamed of what he's done, they don't want to be affiliated with him.
Sounds like a quote-unquote Cosby shiggity.
Hey. So the federal prosecutors allegedly say that he promised to pay $3.5 million to an unnamed individual that was from his hometown of Yorkville, Illinois, to conceal his misconduct.
How long was he paying the $3.5 million?
I'm not sure
yearly
how long
or what
he was.
have you?
No, it wasn't yearly. No.
But the deal was that he had promised to pay this person $3.5 million to just shut up and go away.
And he paid half of that, at least 1.7, I believe.
At least.
You're right.
But eventually that person decided to sing like a canary, and they started talking, and then the truth all came out.
Yeah, I think he either confessed to someone. I mean, we're not sure of what happened, but I think he either confessed to someone or somebody wanted to bring Hastert down.
Yeah. Well, he's been in hiding.
Yeah.
Nobody's really seen Hastert like out in public lately.
No.
I think he's just gonna put his head in a hole like an ostrich and, wait for the chips to fall where they may. But according to the indictment, he withdrew $1.7 million in cash from his bank account between 2010 and 2014. And he's charged with structuring $952,000 of withdrawals and taking funds out in increments of $10,000, trying to evade the requirement of banks to report transactions that exceed $10,000.
Which is a certain amount of money that when you take out lump sum withdrawals, you get a wink from the IRS.
More than $10,000, the banks have to report it.
Yeah.
So he kept taking out withdrawals of up to $10,000 at a time to make the payments for the hush money. But I guess the hush didn't quite work.
All this to save face.
Yeah. So each of the charges that he's facing now carry a possible maximum sentence of 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Now, if this man could go and get $1.7 million out of his bank account, I don't think $250,000 is going to be a problem.
He's not going to
spit that out like a pit.
He's not going to jail time at all. We know the routine with that kind of stuff.
Oh, for sure.
When you sit down and do a plea, you're doing a plea first of all to keep your ass out of jail.
Right there, you go.
That's the number one thing when it comes to a plea.
There you go.
And this is what I read. Anyway.
Oh, that's what you heard.
What had happened was.
What had happened?
Okay, I got one more hit and quit it. Remember the Blade Runner?
Oh, yeah, South
African guy that killed that fine-ass woman. What the hell was he thinking?
Pistorius.
Oh, you like blondes, huh?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Can I get the story out?
Did I say that?
Okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Let her tell the story, Poppa DD.
You covered me liking blondes.
South African Parole Board announced Oscar Pistorius will be released from prison on October the 20th. You ladies better watch out. After serving 1 year of a 5-year sentence for the shooting death of his girlfriend.
He murdered that girl.
Okay,
sorry. Right, got murdered.
This is the story. The former runner was convicted of killing Reva Steenkamp on Valentine's Day, 2013. Pistorius, who said he mistook his girlfriend for an intruder, was found guilty of culpable homicide after a trial. It also goes on to say the parole board often considers correctional supervision because South Africa's prisons are overcrowded and underfunded.
Yeah. That's their reason?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let a murderer out after a year because we just don't have room.
Somebody got
But check this out.
murdered.
He's under some kind of Criminal Procedure Act. The board has the authority to place Pistorius on correctional supervision after serving 1/6 of his sentence because he was sentenced under a specific section of the Criminal Procedure Act.
Whatever. South Africa.
Sound like some shiggity to me. So he's supposed to serve the rest of his sentence at his uncle's home outside of Pretoria. So, ladies.
So he's going to be locked up in his uncle's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ladies, watch out for Pistorius. He's going to be released on October the 20th. You ladies better watch out.
He still got those legs.
I
Those
know.
blade legs.
Yeah. Some shiggity.
Unbelievable.
If you guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about, hit us up tonight at 914-803-4306.
And we're here.
Press 1.
And we're here every Friday night. This is the Pajama Party. I'm Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
That's why.
And every week we get together and talk about things that happen and things that are going on. It's a chance to let you know what's going on. You know, turn off the Netflix for a minute.
I know that's
Pay
right.
attention to some real live news on what's happening, what's going on.
And
you're welcome to call in and comment. You know, if we show off or act like we cocky as hell, you're welcome to call in and cool us out.
We are. Look, I done took some shots.
You're welcome to call in and cool us out and tell us to
Shot.
See, you hit my glass, and I really didn't have it in my hand too well. I was talking, and Redwine slapping my glass like she's in a broth for herself.
Let me get Mr. Lowe to refill your glass.
Okay.
So we're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to come back with Poppa DD. What's poppin'? All righty.
All right, students, settle down. Today's lesson is on weed etiquette. Just because weed has been legalized in certain states, people need to understand that they should use weed etiquette when visiting friends and family. Now, if you choose to smoke weed when visiting friends and relatives who don't smoke weed, please remember these rules. Number 1, go outside. Number 2, collect the roaches. Number 3, stand away from the house. Number 4, wash your hands and mouth when you come back inside. And remember, everyone does not want to get high with you. So don't take it personal. Some people may be on parole. Some may be interviewing for jobs where drug testing is required. And some may be in AA and they just can't get high with you. Maybe they just don't like the smell of weed. Did you think of that? So remember, if you sit in a car and smoke weed and come back in the house and sit on their nice upholstered furniture, that smell will remain in their sofa for quite a while, and they may not like that. Weed is not a cologne or a perfume. Everyone doesn't want to smell it. So make sure you use weed etiquette when you do your thing. This has been a public service announcement for weed etiquette, and we thank you for your time. Hey, Papa, pass what you doing, man? What you doing?
I'm waiting for the teacher to get done.
Students, settle down. Hey, students. Okay, share with the teacher.
Why?
Share with the teacher. Students, share with the teacher. Someone open the window, please. Open the window.
Okay, all right.
Welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bang, 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 bang.
What's up with this bang, bang? With you already, Redwine?
Bang, 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 bang.
Okay.
Sunflower.
You know when a woman's happy. She met somebody new. Somebody done tickled her fancy.
That's not new.
Somebody had a half-inch longer Johnson than her ex.
Watch yourself.
It only takes a half-inch more Johnson to replace the monkey, right?
Watch yourself.
I've heard a woman tell me that. I said, how did you get over that guy so quick? She said, all it takes is another half-inch of Johnson to replace the monkey.
You ever heard that term, shut your butt?
Okay.
Shut your butt. What you got over there, Papa?
All right, well, what's pop with me tonight? I was listening to a talk show of a gentleman who remained nameless, but I like this guest. This gentleman's name was Stuart Wetzler. Stuart Wetzler. He has a book out called Killing King. Now, not the fact he wanted to kill King, but he gave his recollection on how King was killed and how it was set up and how Memphis at that particular time was a perfect place because they were plotting to kill King all the time. But Memphis brought the right overlay. I mean, I always said that when it came to King, no matter what the situation was, they could have shot him in his pinky. He still would have bled to death because everything was blocked off from any kind of medical attention getting anywhere. I mean, at that Lorraine Hotel, they were basically sitting ducks, okay, and he was not coming out of there one way or another. During the night, they just excluded everything that had to do with anything, whether it be transportation, ambulance, anything moving out of that particular area. And once that sharpshooter got the best shot, you know, like I said, he could have got shot in his pinky, he would have still bled to death because it was designed for him to not leave up out of Memphis. He brought himself to a very precarious place, a very precarious situation at that particular time. He was away from society. He wasn't on the East Coast. See, a lot of people have to understand, even though Dr. King marched down south and things like that, you know, as you know yourself, I mean, me being a northern gentleman by nature, but I do travel around, and my motto is not where you're from, it's where you're at. But Dr. King, like anybody else, they feel more comfortable in the Northeast, so to speak. You know, the D.C.s, the Baltimore, New York, Philadelphia, things like that. You feel comfortable in an area because you have a comfort zone, and you can go in areas where some of your adversaries may not go. So Dr. King going down to Memphis, he just put himself in a precarious situation. Although he was down there to help the initial reason going down there was help the striking brothers on the sanitation department settle their differences down there. You know, it's so interesting in life itself when you try to help everybody out. You know, you can't. You know, you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all the time. And I'm not trying to play hindsight being 20/20 on his life. But you know, you when you try to help everybody, it's just. But anyway, the gentleman's name is Stuart Wetzler, and the name of his book is called Killing King, and it's a very deep piece of reading where he talks about how the perfect crime, you know, and it set off so many different. But what he says in his book also is that the riot that came after the killing was all planned because he knew that the black people would destroy their own neighborhoods after the killing, and it's just deep reading. You know, I think in life for a minute, while you're playing and thinking life is soft and it's a joke, you really got to take the serious side of life for a minute and see what's really made this world what it is. You know, this world is not how it is. Things aren't shaped like it is. You know, if you want to see how things are shaped, get you some yeast. You know, yeast that you can get it from a store. It's a little packet that you put together, however you mix it up. Fleischmann's, right. Once yeast rises, there's two levels of yeast. You know, I did this. I worked in a bakery back when I was like 18 years old. So I learned the yeast thing. There's two levels of yeast. There's fresh yeast and there's second cut yeast. Your fresh yeast is what makes your donuts like your jelly donuts. That's your fresh yeast, the ones that they pop a little jelly inside of it. Your second yeast is like your cinnamon, you know, little thing you eat, like the cinnamon roll, the cinnamon bun.
Like cake donuts?
No. Yeast and cake is two different things. Cake is cake and yeast is yeast. Like your old-fashioned donuts, those are cake. But your second cut of yeast is like your cinnamon, you know, cinnamon bun, but icing on it. And it's rough, you know, it's a big old thing of yeast. That's your second cut yeast, means it's harder and stronger. Your first cut of yeast is like your nice jelly donut. Like, for example, Krispy Kreme is like a first cut yeast because it's like a sponge, you know. Anyway, how'd I get on yeast? Anyway. That's how life is, you know what I mean? When you get something, you go with it. Learning is a process from the head to the toe. Okay, so if I'm talking about the head and I end up at the knee bone, work with me, you know. Anyway, but like I was saying, Stuart Wetzler, the book is incredible, called Killing King, and you know, getting back to what I was saying originally, how he knew that the blacks were going to the social companies, and these are people that were with the Ku Klux Klan that had degrees and things like that. The smart aspect of it. See, when it comes to the Klan, you got the ignorant aspect of it, but then you got the educated aspect of it, like anything else in life. You know, you got your leaders and you got your followers, you know. And they knew by design because most people, blacks and whites, we tend to have a monkey do disposition with a lot of things. So, and they knew that killing King was going to, because you got places now in Newark and places like that still haven't rebuilt from the riots. I'm sure D.C. as well, California as well. You got burnt out properties or corner properties. I know places in Newark up in all up on Philheiser Avenue and down on Broad Street and Market Street and going into Newark, New Jersey, where you got empty lots. You say, man, what was over there? Well, that was burnt down during the 1968 riots, and it's still vacant today.
Right.
So anyway, that's my What's Poppin' for the night. Gentleman's name is Stuart Wessler, and he gives a strong account of the death of Martin Luther King. If you get an opportunity, check out the book. It's called Killing King.
All right. We'll have to check that one out.
And that's What's Poppin' for the night. Hope you don't mind. I didn't mean to go off on that yeast thing. Damn. Excuse me.
All right, Papa. I have to check that out.
Yeast happens.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, we're going to keep it moving.
Yeah, but give us a call, 914-803-4306. Give us a call, say hello. Don't be bashful. If you're talking on your phone, just press 1. You'll pop up on the queue, and you can call and say hello. You can tell us that you don't agree, kiss my ass, whatever you want to do.
Well, hopefully they won't say that.
Yeah, they won't.
No, I hope not.
Are we going to hit that weird news?
Yeah, we're going to keep rocking and rolling.
Okay.
All right, let's rock and roll.
What you got over there, Redwine?
Time for weird
We
news.
shall hurry tonight.
No hurry.
Oh, ain't no
I'm
hurry.
just excited to tell information. I got information overload over here.
An hour ago, we had to throw water in your face to wake you up. Anyway.
Shut your butt. Okay. I got weird news. Okay. A woman went into a Subway restaurant, stripped off all her clothes, and threw food at the staff and customers. Police say the woman was high on drugs when she entered the store, and this happened in Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Around 5 o'clock on this past Tuesday. Now, she went in the bathroom and stayed in there for 2 hours. And when she came out buck naked.
I'm naked.
Buck naked.
I be naked.
And she proceeded to rip up the furniture, pull down the ceiling tiles, tear up everything up in there until the police came.
Well, I got one question.
Yes.
Was she hairy or shaved?
The story did not reveal that information.
Okay, anyway. All right.
And there were no photographs, so I do not know.
Okay, go ahead.
But if you're interested, I'll send it. Okay. Because it was KTUU that reported this out of Anchorage. I can send an inquiry and say, look.
Why would she be doing that when there's so much more to do in Anchorage?
I guess she was bored. She went and got herself all hied up and went to Subway. What I'm trying to figure out is how can you be in a bathroom for 2 hours and nobody pays it any mind?
Because they working.
But you would think at some point within 2 hours somebody would have tried to get in there and said, hey, is the bathroom out of service?
They selling
Well, this
man.
is Anchorage, Alaska.
I guess.
You got the.
I'm thinking more urban areas.
Redwine has that D.C. mentality.
Whatever.
She's in Anchorage. The toilets are different.
Well, we don't know whether the woman got arrested or not, but they sure got her out of there because she was tearing that place up. I did see the picture of the damage. She tore that joint up. I don't know what she was angry about, but whatever drug she was on, it told her to strip, stay in the bathroom for 2 hours, and come out and tear up some stuff. So whatever she was on, y'all don't want any of that.
I know that's right. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, I got a cute little story here. It's kind of on the weird side. A gorilla named Coco gets 2 new kittens. Yeah?
A gorilla named Coco?
Yeah.
Got kittens.
The world was enchanted when Coco the gorilla got her first pet in '84, a great kitten that she named All Ball. All Ball? Don't mess with the word. Don't mess with everyone. All Ball. Now, Coco is 44, has doubled her joy by adopting 2 new kittens. Coco?
Wait a minute, 44?
Yeah, so that
gorilla is 44 years old.
4 years old.
Okay.
It says Coco, who is famous for communicating through sign language, first asked for a pet cat Christmas of '83, and has had several kitten companions throughout the years. The latest couple are gray tabbies named Miss Gray and Miss Black.
I assume they're gray and black.
Yeah. Miss Gray was selected by Coco. Miss Black used her big kitten eyes to coerce Coco into taking her too.
Oh, Sherman.
It says the world was enhanced when Coco the gorilla got the first pet in '84, a gray kitten. Oh, ball. Okay, now she's 44, so she adopted these two new kittens. So that's what she got for her birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Coco.
Coco the gorilla.
Coco
you guys
the
get a
gorilla
minute.
got some kittens.
Need to check it out. This is the cutest thing. These two little bald kittens on top of her sitting on her chest.
Oh, Sherman.
See what I'm saying? She got over there, Pop.
Damn. Anyway, in other weird news, it looks like bees are just as addicted to caffeine as you are.
Say what?
All right, some of us can't start our day without sucking down a stream of a cup of Joe or a couple cans of Coke to get that delicious daily fix of caffeine. You Redwine? Yeah. Some of us are addicted to this stuff. Some of us hook up to an IV and just let the latte drip down our bloodstream.
What?
Would have you. If you're out there and that's you, then I don't mean to talk about you. But humans may not be the only species on Earth that have to bear with the burden of crippling caffeine addiction. Okay, researchers from the University of Sussex in England and the University of Braun in Switzerland. England and Switzerland, you know them, they some horny fucks. They always talking about something crazy. They discovered that bees love the stuff, and the flowers may be used as an additive to their advantage. They produced this study Thursday in a journal of current biology in England and Switzerland. The study looks at a behavior pattern of 3 beehives containing targeted honeybees. Researchers observed the bees as they collected nectar from 1 or 2 feeders. One contained an unscented solution, and the other had a caffeine solution. And the bees were found to focus more on the caffeine solution of the feeder. And it's very interesting how it looks like the bees are just as on coffee as people are.
So they were jonesing for it.
It's something about that addiction. And so the researchers of Switzerland and England, who obviously have nothing else to do. Okay.
Concentrate on bees.
Yeah, they looking at bees.
They want to see if bees like caffeine, huh?
Yeah, look at
okay. Interesting.
I'm gonna look up this bee's ass and see what's going on. What you doing in there? I don't know. I'm gonna give me a couple
Just
bees.
looking around.
Look up his ass and see what he's been doing.
Well,
anyway.
In other weird news, a man who had his face and his eyeballs tattooed to look like his pet parrots has gone a step further, as if that was possible. This man has gone and had his ears cut off. He wants to look like his pet parrots, and parrots don't have ears like a human. So he went and had a doctor surgically remove his ears. This guy, his name is Ted Richards. He's 56. He is obsessed by his pet parrots named Ellie, Tiaka, Timna, Jake, and Booby. He has had his face tattooed with colorful parrot feathers. But the animal lover, who has a total of 110 tattoos, 50 piercings, and he's had his tongue split, has now had both of his ears removed in a 6-hour operation.
Nasty.
I saw the pictures and the video, and I'm still grossed out by what I saw.
That's nasty.
Now, this guy, Mr. Richards, thinks that it looks really great. He loves it. He says it's the best thing that's happened to him. He's a retired shoe factory worker. He got his first tattoo back in 1976. And now he's got tattoos that just about cover his entire body.
So who's paying for all this?
He does.
Okay.
He has oh, Lord. Anyway, he shares his home in Bristol. This is in England, somewhere in England, Hartcliffe, England. He shares his home in Bristol with his 4 parrots, as well as a South American green iguana named Iggy and a pit bull terrier named Candy. And he looks around on the internet for new procedures to add to his facial transformation.
So he's the consummate masturbator.
Well,
loner.
What blew my mind is that he has a girlfriend.
I was getting ready to say, I thought he did.
He has horns that have been implanted in his head, like some kind of, like the pictures you see of the consummate devil.
Who was the doctor doing this stuff?
I don't know. He has horns in his head up at the top. He has some more things implanted like ridges in his forehead. He has a long beard that's braided. He's got tattoos, feathered tattoos all over his face. Now he went and had his ears removed. And he's got a girlfriend. His name is Susanna, 31. Her tongue is split too.
Nasty.
I saw the picture. The left side of her tongue is flipping over to the left, and the right side of it is flipping around to the right. I said, both of y'all freaks deserve each other.
Yeah.
So
I guess really you don't need the cartilage that surround your ear. You just need the hole.
Yeah, as long as the organ is there, he can hear. But what he did say, which I think is weirder than the rest of the weird in this, he said that the problem was he couldn't keep his glasses on once he had his ears removed.
No shit.
So he went and had the doctor to implant 2 small metal pins on the side of his head.
I'm sorry.
See, hold up.
I'm sorry.
You go first.
I'm taking your position now.
I'm done.
The mofo doctor is crazy.
Yeah, who is this doctor?
Yes, somebody that likes to get
and who's
paid.
paying for this shit?
He pays for it.
So he's rich. Where does he get his money?
I don't know. He's a retired shoe factory worker.
He must be
a shoe factory worker.
But he's got to be entertainment in some form or fashion.
There's some other shit going on.
Maybe people pay him to see the freak show.
Right, he's in that new horror.
Yeah,
thing.
something.
The horror.
I don't know.
He got a freaky doctor. See, a lot of people.
He got a freaky doctor, a freaky girlfriend.
See,
he's a freak.
Freaky.
You know, when people say stories, some people with a normal mindset disposition over listening kind of thing, to such a word, they just listen to the subject matter. But I just can't stop thinking about the internal shit.
It's crazy.
It's like, well, who was this doctor doing all this crazy stuff? Who was him? And who was the girlfriend? I'm just,
And the girl didn't look like, well, you can't judge a book by.
Pictures of this?
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Redwine, I think you're really into this.
I don't know.
The producers give me stories, I investigate,
right.
and I do the research.
Yeah.
And when I saw the video and the pictures, I thought this has got to be airbrushed and photoshopped.
And when it shows over, you keep your ass at the end of that table. Okay.
You know what? If that man ever comes near me, I'm going to run for my life.
You're into this,
You're going to run to the hills?
Oh, I'm going to run to where Allegheny Airlines.
He got a fiance, so I don't think you don't get close to him.
But the woman is 31 years old, his girlfriend.
And how old is he?
He's, what did I say, 50-something? 56?
You like that freaky deep stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Her lips are split, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys?
56. No, it's her tongue.
Okay.
She had her tongue split. He's got his tongue split. So that, the tongue is a muscle. So that allows you to move one side of your tongue in one direction and the other side in another direction.
Okay.
And I guess maybe that's a learned behavior that I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
You got Dr. Redwine here.
Behavior,
you are all over this story.
All I know is what I read.
Love this story,
Redwine. It's a time for a CC
Where's this coming to play with bull?
If you guys got any questions or comments, because I got to break them up right now.
Speaking of bull semen, we need to run that promo.
803-4306. Hit us up tonight, because it is
Redwine
off
loves
the chain tonight.
I knew you was a freak. I knew you was a freak.
It must be something about that French man. Freaking deep. We're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to come back with Papa.
Girl, what are you using on your skin? And your hair looks so thick and beautiful.
I've got a secret.
I know you're going to share it with your girl.
Well, just between you and me, I found a new product that makes my skin glow and my hair fabulous, too. It's bull semen.
No bull. Stop playing.
For real. Bull semen gives me this glow and keeps my skin nice and soft and feeling good.
Where in the world did you get bull semen?
From a bull, of course, but only my distributor knows for sure. I can hook you up. Check it out.
Bull semen is great for your hair, nails, skin, and everywhere else where it doesn't feel right. Just warm the tube of bull semen. Put on some Barry White music. Massage the tube using slow circular motions. And when the semen comes out of the tube, put some in your hair, on your nails, on your skin, and wherever you want. Before you know it, you'll be glowing. Your hair will be growing, and your friends will want to be knowing.
I'm ordering my tube of bull semen today.
Order 2. I'm almost out.
Bull semen, do not use internally, or pregnancy could occur. And we're not responsible for that. Order yours today. And that's no bull.
Yeah, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And if you just joined us, the Pajama Party is every Friday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's 8 o'clock Central Time.
Take your time now.
7 o'clock
Make it
Mountain
plain.
Time.
You better preach.
6 o'clock West Coast or Pacific Time.
Work it out.
And on the East Coast, that'd be 9:15 CP time.
Well,
that's what you pop.
All right. And we're every Friday night talking about whatever. You're welcome to join in. If you call us via telephone, you can press 1, and you'll be queued up, and you can call us and say hello and what have you. Talk to me, Poppa DD. Talk to Ketel.
Hello.
Or talk to Redwine.
Talk to me,
about what you want, what's going on with you. You can comment on one of our stories or tell us we ain't worth for crap. Tell Redwine to get off that parrot thing, because I think she was like that.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Anyway, every Friday night, and we're sitting here with pajamas. We wear pajamas during the show. And the rules of the game is that you're not supposed to wear drawers with your pajamas. You ever seen anybody wear drawers underneath pajamas?
Me.
That is some tacky. That's tacky.
It's comfortable.
I plead the fifth.
Okay.
It is comfortable.
And the rules are that there's no rules. Let the stuff be free. All right?
Yeah. You don't need too much freedom now.
Anyway.
Anyhow, I'm just saying. Is it my turn now?
Yeah, what you got?
Redwine has a segment called I'm Just Saying. And she's going to kick that out. What you got going on tonight?
Well, I'm just saying, tonight it's time for Hollywood to pay up. Okay, now, I don't know if you're familiar with the actor Rooney Mara, but she's the latest actor to express her disappointment over the sexism and the pay inequity in Hollywood, echoing recent sentiments from fellow actors that included Jennifer Lawrence, Jessica Chastain, Meryl Streep, and Bradley Cooper. So it's not just women speaking out, it's the men and the women speaking out. So Rooney Mara recently said in an interview that she's been in films where she found out that her male co-star got paid double what she got paid. And that's just the reality of the time that we live in. So to that, I say to you, Mara, what time period are you living in? The 1800s? She sounds like she's willing to accept this crap.
Well, she did.
And I'm saying, thankfully, there are those in Hollywood that are standing up for what's right and telling those stuffed shirts that enough is enough. Or in this case, enough is not enough. If a woman is cast as the lead in a film, why should she earn less than a male who's lead in a film? I'm just saying. Now, the issue isn't just about money, but it's also about basic respect. If a man is making demands on the set of a film, they just pat him on the back and say, well, that's normal. You know, he's just being, a little more, speaking out, standing up for himself, etc. And that's frustrating to me because when women speak up, they say she's being a diva, she's being a brat, they call her the B word, things of that nature, and that's not fair. It's not fair and it's disrespectful. Why does it have to be that the women are a witch or other choice words that they come up with, but they say the men are good negotiators when they try to work it out and get more money? We just want to have a voice in our own life, and I don't think that that's anything that should be discouraged in any human. I don't care whether you're male or female. I'm just saying. Now, Jennifer Lawrence was published recently. She published a sharply worded essay about gender inequity in Hollywood, and about a week after that, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission announced an investigation into the issue. So I guess it took Hollywood's leading female actor, who just so happens to be white, to speak up on this issue to get things shaking. Coincidence? Some might say so, but I'm the eternal conspiracy theorist, so I say it's all by design. When Jennifer was in American Hustle, which was a top money-making movie back in 2013, she was opposite Bradley Cooper in that movie. And remember when that Sony was hacked and all that information got leaked about who was getting paid what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that information got leaked out, and it was revealed that Bradley Cooper was getting 9% of that film's gross proceeds, but Jennifer only got 7%. Now, that may not sound like a big difference, but I did the math. And it turns out that that movie made $257 million just in theaters. That's not including the money it made on DVD sales, cable, you know, when you rent it on cable and all that stuff. That's not even including that. So just in people going to the movies and buying tickets to see it, $257 million, and that's worldwide. So if you just look at that number alone, that means that Bradley Cooper made somewhere around $23 million to Jennifer's $17 million. How is that fair? That's a big difference. Both of them worked equally as hard. They were equally billed, but the pay wasn't equal. That's some bush. That stuff shouldn't be going on. I'm just saying it's time for Hollywood to pay up. These movies wouldn't be half as good if you didn't have these good female actors in them. So if you want to keep the females in your movies, Hollywood, Mr. Executive from the big major executive companies that don't ever want to let anybody else get a shot, y'all got your own little private good old boy club going. If you want to keep it going and keep making money, you better start paying these female actors what everybody else is getting. It shouldn't be, well, if it's a man, he gets more by default. Why? Just because he has different genitals? That's a crock of crap. And I'm calling Hollywood out. And could you put the Hollywood on the, thank you, put Hollywood on the kiss it list for me, please. Right, y'all need to start doing the right thing. It's time for Hollywood to pay up. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying. Ooh. Hollywood, y'all better pay up.
I like that. That was nice, Redwine.
That's crazy.
I know.
Why should the men make all the money and the women work just as hard?
Yeah. It is. Watch out now.
They better cut the crap.
What did Papa say?
Cut the crap.
Women are the new men?
There you go.
Papa,
so pay them like it.
Papa says it all the time. I think you got something going on there, Papa.
I'm starting to believe it.
You guys got any questions or comments or what we're talking about, what Redwine just said? Hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1. Talk to Redwine personally.
Yeah, call me. I wish you would.
See what I'm saying?
I dare you.
All right.
Press 1. Come on.
So Papa said we rushing.
Come on.
We're going to take a little CC break and we're going to come back with, what you got going on, Papa? Living for the City?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where we going?
Yeah, we got something raw.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom was raw.
All right.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It List. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on ours or your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It List, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It List, hit us on Twitter at @PajamaParty and use hashtag #KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party Crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch? Oh, how rude. Oh, you're on the Kiss It list.
Yeah, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Whoop, whoop.
If you just joined us every Friday night,
whoop.
We host the Pajama Party,
whoop,
which
whoop.
is a blog talk edition of
reality.
Talk show of reality. To pull us up online, you go to A Pajama Party, put an A in front of pajama, apajamaparty.com. You can listen to our archives and different things we've done over the last year and a half since we first got started.
PajamaParty.com. Reality radio. It doesn't get any realer than this.
Yeah, that's Redwine. She's
off the chain tonight. What you sipping over there?
And my name is Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine, of course, who needs no introduction.
Thank you.
Redwine walks with theme music. That's
right.
How bad her ass is.
That's right. And I got a wind machine.
We know when she's coming because shit starts playing.
I carry a wind machine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's got a wind machine. She's a big ass windmill on top of the mountain.
And Beyonce. I was just getting ready to say, you better than Beyonce.
Anyway.
All right. Living for the city. What you got going on, Papa?
I have a segment called Living for the City. And tonight we're going to talk about, you know me, I like to get deep. I like to make you think. I'm not going to be nothing simple at all. See, go deep. You know what? Yeah, she said her segment, and I ain't bother her at all. I'm trying to get serious, and she's like, oh, go deep. Women have become the new men. Let's just put it out there, okay?
Sure.
Ladies have become the new men. Men have come to the realization that, you know, we may have fucked up a little bit through the years. So we learned to cool our heels and cool out for a minute and stop doing dumb stuff. Now we're beginning to think about the consequences of our actions instead of thinking of our actions and then not worrying about the consequences. But ladies, they're on full damn throttle. Woo! Yeah, you hear her back there? They're full throttle. They're wide open. Wide open. Not all ladies, but some ladies are doing their thing, and rightly so. But, you know, just remember how you put us on blast. So anyway, tonight I want to talk about the power of exclusion. You know, exclusion was a big thing for years, and it still goes on today. But today people try to do it. They think they're being more conspicuous, but they're not at all. You know, just like Redwine was speaking on people, the lack of money for different people, but that goes even deeper. You know, it goes down on racial lines and things like that, a lack of popularity. You know, in life, it really seems sometimes that the squeaky wheel gets the oil. For anybody who doesn't know what that particular term means, it means that the people that are kissing ass that are always in your face or being the snitch or the narc of the office are the ones that get the promotion because they're making their boss's job a lot easier because they're walking around being the snitch and the narc and they're ratting on people and telling on people and talking about people. You know, and that's called the squeaky wheel getting the oil, okay? Now, the power of exclusion goes all the way back to baseball, football, basketball, you know, where when you exclude a whole race of people from an establishment, that means the people that's within that establishment has a better opportunity because there's less people on the playing field. Now, that has gone full circle to 2015, and I swear on this with everything I have. Every time I ride by a construction site, I see nothing but people of a Hispanic nature now. And I'm not knocking that at all because, you know, if people come over here and they make a living, they doing what they do, then so be it. I mean, you can almost hire somebody of a Latino and Hispanic nature to do almost anything for you. I mean, you can have the top of your roof where you got a little piece of red paint and you need this one little spot of red paint painted on the third floor up on the top in the corner. You say, yo, can you get up there and get that red spot? Just paint it red up there. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll go up there. Sure. They'll put 9 ladders together and go and get that. And you have to commend their effort and their efforts of lack of fear. I mean, I've seen them walk on slanted roofs and everything to do stuff that people won't. I mean, I guess because we being Americans, you know, African Americans, I hate that term, just call me black. Anyway, you know, we've learned that we want to get what we deserve to have as opposed to thinking we got to do something crazy. But anyway, in any event, what I was saying, with the power of exclusion, it's been going on for years with a lot of things, you know. But when it comes to exclusion, you have to know in life what it is you're going to speak on. If you're on a job and you're comfortably financial and you're watching people making $20,000, $30,000 more to you on the job and doesn't really bother you because you're happy in your own spot, but you have to stand up for something, okay? There has to be something to spark you up or make you say enough is enough, but know your boundaries. Don't freak out on everything. You know, don't think because somebody's getting something you wanted. Know what it is that you want. Don't go after everything because everything is not good for you and everything is not intended for you. So therefore, just go after what it is you feel you can handle and what is close to the scheme that you're trying to accomplish. You know, don't just go for stuff. People on the job put in for every job is doing anything. No experience. They come in green as hell and dumb as shit with it. And how did he get hired? What is he? He don't even know the job. I'm teaching him the job. He making more money than me. Blah, blah, blah. That's because some people put in for anything and don't give a shit long as it's about money. But one thing we gotta understand, we can go after money on a job, but we gotta worry about one person when we making a lot of money on a job. One person with a 3-letter name. That's IRS. Okay, Internal Revenue Service. You could be on your job trying to be the best you can strive for, making the most money you can make. But you have to have what's called, at the end of the year, itemized deductions. Let me repeat that again. Itemized deductions. So if you're on your job, for example, and you're making $60,000, and your coworker is making $110 because he done licked balls and kissed ass and sucked Johnson, whatever it takes to get what they're getting on the job. So he's making $110 a year. But now he's making $110 a year, but he lives in an apartment. An apartment now. He's got nothing to claim. He got no kids, live in an apartment. You best believe he better have $5,000 in a fucking drawer somewhere to give the IRS at the end of the year. Okay? So when it come time for that long form called itemized deductions, if you ain't got nothing to put on there, when they do that subtraction and addition, you know the space on the IRS form 1040 where it says 18A and 18B, subtract 18A from 18B, and that number comes up positive. You owe us and we owe you.
Oh, the pain.
You owe IRS $5,643. Because see, on the job back in January, February, March, you thought you was a shit. You was making $122,000. Your other coworkers were making $88,000. You laughed at them. I'm kissing the boss's ass. I'm sucking the boss's Johnson. I'm making $30,000 in everybody. But you ain't putting no money away with your apartment living ass, no itemized deduction ass. Now IRS is up your ass. So when people are acting the way they act, don't worry about them because the meek shall always prevail. Let me say it again. The meek shall always prevail. My motto in life is to stay strong in your own spot. Let me say it again. Stay strong in your own spot. Stop worrying about what people are doing. Once you find your comfort zone, work with it. Because you never know what people got going on. Like we said, the old Speaker of the House, okay, he was getting butt fucked like a motherfucker. He was the Speaker of the House. Money and everything else. You never know what people are doing. Your co-workers are your co-workers. That's all they are, co-workers, like a fucking co-pilot. All right? Like an understudy on a Broadway show. So don't take your coworkers so literal. All they are and all they do and all they know is what they know. So don't take them so literal. All they are is who they are. Stay focused on your upbringing, what your values are, and what you stand for. I'm going to drop the mic on that shit, and this is Poppa DD.
Microphone is coming out of your chest.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
And that's my segment on Living for the Night.
Heard that.
Anyway.
Watch out now. Here goes another mic. Comments on us, hit us tonight, or send us some mics at 914-803-4306 and press 1 and send us a mic.
If you already tuned in on the phone, just press 1 and say hello, for God's sake. You ain't got to identify yourself. Call yourself Mr. X or Mrs. X. Just say hello to the crew.
I'm still scared. I'm still gonna drink some.
Because we got a motto that every time somebody calls in, we take a sip.
Woo!
Okay.
I'm sipping already on tequila, the Camarena tequila.
And don't forget, no drawers with them pajamas. If you got on pajamas, take off them damn drawers. We do not wear drawers with our pajamas.
Heavens to Megatron.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's move on.
You gonna keep moving on?
Yeah, Ketel's one of our co-hosts.
Hello. Take us baby.
She has something called the Hollywood Wrap-Up.
That's me.
Let's go to the West Coast.
What's going on?
Well, the BET Awards was on October the 13th, 2015. If you guys don't know, BET, Black Entertainment Television, broadcasted Hip Hop Awards. It caters mainly to the urban pop music crowd. You know what that means. Hip hop, rap, and R&B are the focal points of the show. Some of the most popular entertainers attend the show to perform and be honored for their contributions to the entertainment industry. Of course, godfather of smoking weed was Snoop Dogg. He was the host. It was in Atlanta, Atlantic Civic Center. Political and little lacking in the wild department of the awards. It was the review was one of the reviews. Awards got most of its life from Puff Daddy and the family. He's calling himself P Diddy, Puff Daddy. What is it? Look, I'm confused. I can't keep up. Another review says it may be time for BET to rethink the name of its annual celebration of hip hop, or at least revisit the way the Hip Hop Awards are presented, because once again, BET Hip Hop Awards feature the presentation of only 3 of its 19 honors. It said the show opened with performance by hometown hero Future. I'm not familiar with Future.
Future's married to Sierra.
Oh, Sierra got married?
I think it's Sierra. Yeah, they just had a baby, I think.
Oh, excuse me.
I might be confused. I think Future is hooked up with Sierra.
I think Sierra was going with somebody else. Somebody else.
I thought it was Future.
I don't know. You better check Redwine. She's all up in your segment.
We'll check it out.
She's a ham.
So a few notables, the Canadian rapper. A lot of people don't know Drake is Canadian. Canadian rapper Drake leads the nominations, 12 nominations. Behind Drake was Big Sean with 10 nods and Nicki Minaj with 9. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are up for 8 awards. So that was the Hip Hop Awards. I'm quite sure they're going to continue to play it and play it and play it. On another note in Hollywood is Kelly. Pronounce it for me, Redwine.
Who? Kelly?
Kawoko. Is Mrs. Johnny Galecki as dating rumors. That's the gentleman that plays alongside with her in The Big Bang Theory. They returned for the 9th season in September and kicked it off new season with Leonard and Penny's wedding.
Wow.
I know that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
That comes on Mondays at 8 p.m. But the gentleman that plays her co-host, there were some rumors circling around saying that, they were hooking up again. They used to date in between 2008 and 2010. They dated. And it says, she says that the actress says that they have moved on romantically but remain best friends. So, a lot of people say that was the breakup of, because she just recently got divorced. So we shall see.
That best friends, like in air quotes, best friends?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. And everybody's America's Next Top Model, the season is going to end after 22 seasons.
No.
One of the longest-running reality series on the broadcast, the CW's America's Next Top Model, is coming to an end.
Oh, I love that show.
The network has canceled the series.
Oh, really?
The final show is December the 4th, so set your DVRs and everything. It goes on to say America's Next Top Model premiered on May 20th in 2003. First it was on the UPN station, and then it went to the CW in 2006. America's Top Model was a successful franchise for on 2 networks. It was a pop culture phenomena. Top Model has been the most successful reality series on the CW and the longest-running series on the network. The show, as everybody knows, is produced by Tyra Banks and Ken Mock.
Go Tyra.
Right. On her Instagram, she posts, I truly believe it's time, she said. Our die-hard fans know we're expanding the definition of beauty presented. What flossom is tooched, booched, and boom-boomed. I guess that's her terminology. Shown the world how to show their neck rock culture.
Yeah.
Catalog commercial poses have found our and your light structured. Countless runways, gone on tons and tons, added guys to the girls' mix, and have traveled around the globe and back again. Yeah, it's time. It's really time.
I love that show.
Yeah. Yeah, that is your favorite show, Redwine.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
That's time. But yeah, those are her terms.
Yeah.
Just when you kind of push your butt out.
I guess.
When you pose.
I guess.
For the guys, it's a booch.
Oh.
And the whole, something, she calls it when the guys show their six-pack. It's some term she has for that. I don't know what it is.
Wow. She has her own language.
Yeah, she does.
That's Tara for you. I know she got something more coming up, but
well, I heard that she was on some show with some other models, John Legend's wife, and somebody else, something Fab Life or something.
Right, they're gonna pull something together.
Yeah.
Sure.
So she's not going away.
I heard that.
She's just going to do something different.
All right. That's my Hollywood wrap up for tonight. All right. So
give us a call, 914-803-4306. Hit us up online at apajamaparty.com. Follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty. And what's next?
We're going to come back. We'll take a little CC break for a minute.
Oh, a CC break.
Yeah.
I like CC break.
Maybe I'll tell you guys what a CC break when we come back.
Yeah, you tease.
I might.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Redwine, just doing a few promos for the Pajama Party Adult Online Radio Talk Show. You know how we do it. PJs only. No clothes allowed. And I was just trying to get this done.
Hey, Redwine, are you talking about the Pajama Party, where we talk about hot topics, movie reviews, living for the city, and what's popping with me, Poppa DD?
I know you guys aren't doing this spot without me. Kelly with the yellow sign. Did you tell everybody that they can reach us at apajamaparty.com or call us live, 914-803-4306. Check us out on Twitter, and don't forget to tip the list.
Okay, now is the time for me to sing.
We don't have time for all that.
Oh, she could sing. Let's get back to the show.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
Yeah, the Pajama Party is an adult talk show every Friday night where we talk about any and everything, all the latest, all the hottest, everything going on. We don't hold nothing back. We let it be free. That way you can sit back and understand what's really happening in this world, other than what the other side is trying to let you think what's happening in this world.
Are you feeling free, Poppa DD?
I'm free, period. Believe me.
Right,
I'm free. I'm not exactly free because there's only two free people in the world. And that's a black woman and a white man.
You mean I'm free?
Believe me, you are.
I'm free.
Thank you.
Okay, if you had one who's free in this world, it's a black woman and a white man.
I will drink to that.
All right.
That's another segment.
Hello.
And what I mean by free is that those are the two ethnicities and the two species of people who can come in without scrutiny. A black woman and a white man. But white women and black men, they will beat our ass down to the end.
That's a whole nother
chapter.
chapter.
It's a whole nother chapter.
All right, but that's going to push us right into our segment called Stepping into the Blackness.
Blackness. Keep on.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Keep on. We're going to talk about things that's going on. Right now, you had a black city councilman who was tased by local police outside of his home. Okay? Yeah, the police officers tased the city councilman who was on his knees and had his hands by his side. In the same town where Sandra Bland was arrested and later died in her cell. Okay, now this just go to show that this little Texas town, nobody's paying attention to it. And I believe that when this gentleman was tased, there was a black female at the scene of this, the black female police officer, which hence the term that it's hard to be a soul brother and a soul sister and a supervisor at the same time. So anyway, most people I think want to shoot that taser. They brought it, they harnessed it, they put it around their waist, and they want to know how it works and how it reacts. And this lady literally said to the gentleman, "You keep talking, I'm going to have to tase you." And then she pulled the trigger. Now, when you tell somebody you keep talking, I got to tase you, that kind of means if you keep talking, I'm going to tase you. But she didn't give a fuck. She just pulled the trigger. Next you know, the brother fell over on his knees and down his stomach. And then the next day, come to find out that these brothers were steppers, and they were with Q Sci-Fi, the fraternity, and they were out there practicing. And one of the neighbors called, and she saw black folks dancing on the pavement, and they said, "Oh, there's something suspicious going on." Now,
How is that suspicious?
You know what? It's not so much how it gets suspicious. See, what I don't do is I don't get fired up over situations. What I'm trying to wonder is why do make people say what they say? when your ass is just as crooked as you are. The same people talking about black folks that are suspicious on the street are cooking meth in their garage.
But that's why they do it. It's called deflection.
Oh.
Because see, when you deflect, whatever you're doing, you deflect on the other people so that the authorities will pay attention to what they're doing. Then they're so engaged and engrossed in other people's stuff, they're not paying attention
Deflection
to what
and
you're
diversion.
doing. There you go.
Okay, and also,
D&D.
another thing that comes up with the blackness, and I'll turn this over to Ketel in a second. The police need to, when they get a report from the dispatcher of what's going on, when the dispatcher says, lady called and reported some suspicious activity, now the police officer, who probably don't have a lot of experience with black people, they should try to go there and defuse the situation. No, they take that whole suspicious title right to the scene, and now they're confronting the person based on the report they got from the dispatcher. You got to diffuse it. It's like putting four damn sugars in your coffee. You know it's going to be sweet. Why would you do that? Take it down. But no, they go right into the case as the dispatch reported to them. And needless to say, the gentleman was a councilman, and he got tased, and thank God he's living. But, Ketel, what you got going on? You got something else over there?
Yeah, it's right here in our back door. It's something called Georgetown Shopkeepers. The secret surveillance of suspicious blacks in one of the nation's prominent neighborhoods. It goes on to say a manager at Beaufort, Georgetown dispatched a series of alarmed messages observing two men yelling outside the luxury kitchen and bath showroom. Julia Walter reached for her phone and accused a private messaging application that hundreds of residents, retailers, and police in its overwhelmingly white, wealthy neighborhood used to discuss people that deemed suspicious. So we already know what that is, black-white. White calling on the black folks is suspicious behavior in their establishment. So it goes on to say the application...
There's an app for this?
Right, it's called GroupMe. It's a GroupMe application.
And so white folks can send an app to other white folks, tell them that amongst our businesses, there's some heathens in the vicinity.
So to speak. So it's called Operation GroupMe. It's stirring controversy in Georgetown, which is in Washington, D.C. In February of last year, Georgetown Businesses Improvement District partnered with District Police to launch the effort, which they call a real-time mobile-based group messaging app that connects Georgetown businesses, police officers, and community members.
And the police are down with this.
Right, so it's about 300 of them that are in this group.
Wow.
So this is a tactic to deter shoppers. So they take pictures and they text message these merchants.
Right.
And
that neat. So they're just thriving their racism on a grand scale.
But these are people that are like wannabe detectives. These are people like just regular folks like you and I. Like right now, you can go to your app store on your phone and download GroupMe. It's just like a chat room
and I'll
app.
be part of that post.
No, it's just a chat room app.
That's what it is.
And if I go in that chat room and it says, okay, Georgetown, suspicious characters lingering in such and such a store. If I'm in that area, I can go in there and look around and I can add to the conversation and then I can call the police and say, yeah, African American male, female, because what they do is they use codes. They say AA for African American. They say AA male lingering around, athletic wear or whatever the case. And that's what they do.
Great.
But then let me go on and say they do have other applications. The application Sketch Factor, which invited users to report sketchy people, faced allegations of racism in both the district and New York.
Sketchy based on what?
So you're telling me, as a black man, when I go to my dresser drawer in the morning and I wash my ass first, which I do daily, and I decide to put on a sweatshirt and I put on my cool cap and I turn around backwards because I'm off work and I'm chilling, I'm doing my thing, but I got my money and my style and my flavor, but I'm being accused by the shit I pulled out of my drawer and happened to put on that day.
Pretty much.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
if
here
you go around where these people are up in Georgetown, and they look at you and think, he looks suspicious.
Right.
He might be trying to steal something. Let me get on this app called GroupMe and send a message, and
flag
alert
me
the
out.
other vendors and the police that I think I see somebody suspicious.
Well, let me tell you, there's one more. This one's called GhettoTracker.com.
Ghetto Tracker.
Which asks users to rate neighborhoods based on whether they thought they were safe or quote-unquote ghetto.
And how do they define what ghetto is? Considering that ghettos were created for the Jewish people in America. Let me say again, ghettos were created for the Jewish people that came to this country and that were on public assistance during the Great Depression. So let's not get it twisted.
There it is.
Okay. Don't get me started.
Folks better do your homework.
Make me perspire. Don't make me sweat out my new pajamas.
Yeah, we're here to tell the truth about what's happening, you know, and it's really interesting how we are being surveillance. But see, what we got to do is turn the tides on that. And we got, but you know what's so deep about all these neighborhoods, and I'll keep it short because we're about to close out soon, is that if you notice, every bougie neighborhood at the end of the night, the transsexuals are walking the streets.
Wow.
The chicks with the dicks. It seems like when you build a new franchise in a neighborhood where you put an elaborate scheme on a ghetto neighborhood from the beginning, and you put all this fancy shit in there, the transsexuals know where to hang out because they know who they're gonna be humping, who gonna be humping them at the night. It's those same suburban motherfuckers that's complaining about the Negroes during the day, but at night they sucking on a motherfucking titty that down below there's a dick. And that just comes with the neighborhood and the territory. If you walk in any exclusive neighborhood after 10 p.m., you will see a transsexual walking the street because that is what's supplied to them perverted motherfuckers who are talking about the black folks at 3 o'clock that same afternoon of that same day. So anyway,
they can fulfill the fantasy.
I'm gonna drop the mic. Because everybody got to get their fix. Everybody got to get their fix. Everybody's into what they're into.
You know we're running out of mics.
Yeah, but you know, let he without sin cast the first stone. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. All right. Anyway.
But let me tell you about the last incident before we close out, like you said, Papa. The incident that happened, right here in our backyard. This young black gentleman, gentleman, he opened the door for, I'm not sure if she was white or Spanish.
She was, I saw it.
She had a baby in a baby carriage. He opened the door for her going into a bank. She calls 911 and said there's a suspicious character, which is this same gentleman that opened the door for her.
For her and her baby to go in the bank.
Yes. I saw that report.
He
was kind of indecisive on what he was trying to do. I mean, all got a lot of things.
He was trying to decide, do I want to get money out of the ATM? Do I need to? Do I not?
Right.
And while he was thinking about it, she thought he looked suspicious after he held the door for her and her baby.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's amazing how we can get labels on our asses like it ain't nothing.
Right.
Based on what we decided to take out of our drawer that day. We wore some sneakers instead of some shoes. Now, we wear shoes 5 days a week. So when we decided to put on our sneaks or tennis shoes, whatever you call them, now we're suspicious. Anyway.
Well, I got some statistics for you on the how many people have been murdered in the United States of America by the police in this year. What year is this, 2015?
Yes, last time I checked.
Okay, well, so far in 2015, 782 people have been shot dead by police across the country. 28 of them were black and unarmed. And at least 77 people have been shot and killed by the police in the U.S. in the past 30 days. What is going on?
Crazy.
And then this is a survey that was put together, a database put together by the WashingtonPost.com.
Right.
So if you go on their website, you can see all the information. Where 750 were males. And it talks about, like, the biggest age group was 25 to 34 years of age. 238 out of that 782 people were in the age group of 25 to 34 years of age. Dead.
That's young. Yeah, that's young.
It's crazy. So check out WashingtonPost.com and see what they're saying.
Okay. All right. We're going to keep it moving.
We got a cocktail of the week tonight?
Yeah.
What does it consist of?
I got one for you, Papa. It's called the Fifth Avenue.
Okay.
Check it out. 1 ounce of Hennessy Black.
My shit!
Ooh, Hennessy Black. That's a good stuff.
1.5 ounce of ruby grapefruit juice. 0.25 ounce of the pomegranate grenadine. Topped with equal parts of champagne and soda.
What?
garnished with a grapefruit twist, and the glass is a Tom Collins glass.
Oh, big joint.
Oh, that's what's in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you add all ingredients except the champagne and soda to a shaker. Tin with ice and shake until chilled. Strain into a Collins glass with fresh ice. Top with equal parts champagne and soda. Garnish with a lemon wheel.
Bam!
Is that up your alley, Papa?
It is.
All right now.
Can I smoke a blunt with that motherfucker?
No, you cannot. That's illegal.
That is called the
I'm
Fifth
in D.C.
Avenue.
No, in Maryland, that's illegal.
I'm going to go over one more time.
D.C.
1 ounce of... Can I finish the cocktail?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll bring y'all up later. 1 ounce of Hennessy Black, 1.5 ounce of Ruby grapefruit juice, 0.25 ounces pomegranate grenadine, top off with equal parts of champagne and soda, and garnish with grapefruit twist and the glass of the Tom Collins.
And I will drink to that because that's tasty.
Hello. All right now.
I like that. What's it called now? Fifth Avenue?
Fifth Avenue.
Fifth Avenue.
All right.
Anyway,
Like
let's get to the Kiss It list. We don't have so much time left on the show tonight. The Kiss It list is a list of things we compiled during the show of people that have been acting the fool and doing some crazy stuff. And we like to honor them with a little segment that we have called the Kiss It list. And we have a theme song that goes with people thereof. And we have Wayne Simmons, Redwine, Brett Simmons.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Crazy guy.
Yeah.
And jerk off.
Macy's for the preview day on Friday. Whatever the fuck that means. Anyway, Roger Goodell, always NFL. Fantasy football for starting some shit. The Illinois state legislation for the lottery tickets and the people for still buying lottery tickets. If you're not getting paid, get out of the lottery line. Damn you. Goddamn 1-800 gambler. Anyway,
IOU, take a break.
Hollywood for not sharing money with the females. Nevada for not monitoring Lamar Odom. When you seen the brother was feeling a little woozy, won't you stop him? Get the pussy out of his face and help the brother. Anyway. We got in Lamar Odom for his actions. Come on, brother. There's so much free pussy in the hood. Damn. Did you have to go that far, man, just to get laid? Come on. Anyway, I can't read that one.
The congressman that's about to confess. Hastert. He's on the Kiss
In Georgetown for having these apps where they're watching people and stuff like that. You know, come on.
And everybody that's part of it.
Blade Runner for killing that beautiful woman and getting out of jail after 1 year.
Pretorius.
All right, this is for you.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
Yeah, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine. And we're going to do our closing remarks before we leave.
What you got, Papa?
I'd like to say, first of all, like I always say, listen with the third ear and see with the third eye. You know, stop taking stuff for granted. Understand what's happening in front of you. Okay, and stay strong in your own spot. Thank you, everybody, for listening and tuning in with us. And we hope you will continue to tune in to the Pajama Party.
What you got, Redwine?
I just want to say thanks to everybody for listening. Hollywood, pay up. Do the right thing, as Spike Lee would say. That's all I'm saying.
My last word is ILY. That's it. Start texting to folks. I love you, whoever you love. Just text it out to any and everybody. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah,
Thanks
we're
for
here
tuning in.
Friday night at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Mountain Time.
There you go.
7 o'clock
Tune in.
Central Time.
Say good night, Papa.
I'm saying good night. Y'all
We're out.
feed me all this damn brown liquor. I can't function.
Bonsoir.
Good night.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko, Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, growing sexy, Pajama Party Crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, growing sexy, Pajama Party Crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, growing sexy, Pajama Party Crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, growing sexy, Pajama Party Crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.